Finally, the Andonstar AD407 review. Yeah, let's dive in with the elephant in the room. That is the display. And you have to ignore that dead stripe here on the left of the display. Yeah, 10.5 millimeters wide or 0.41 inches. That's totally my fault. I destroyed that part of the LCD while I was trying to affix the display to the frame. Tear down and repair video about that thing card link. And yeah, I did that because it came out of the box with a loose LCD, just flipping there in the breeze. See the unboxing video, card link. With that out of the way, let's talk about the display, how it should be. So it comes at 7-inch diagonal, 178 millimeters for the metric guys. And its height is about 85 millimeters, 3.3 inch, and the width, including the dead area, 153 millimeters, or about 6 inch. That makes it 16:9, typical display format LCD. And on the resolution I have to guess, but it's probably be 800 by 480, which is important when we come to the digital zoom that the thing has. The display itself, you can see it, it's bright enough. Viewing angle, it's reflective, but viewing angle in all direction. Oh, got out of focus here, sorry. It's really okay. So absolutely no complaints here. Okay, it gets a little bit darker, but the display is really good. With that said, let's see in the downstairs apartment, what can we do with distance between the objective, the lenses, and your object? Talk a little bit about the stand. The stand is cheaply made but functional and feels reasonably good. So if you turn here the thumb wheel for the rack and pinion affair to adjust the height, it's really okay. The lens itself, the adjustment for the focus, it feels really good. Maybe a tiny bit crunchy, but it's really okay for the price. And the big feature here is, with some considerable force, you can also tilt the whole affair to get the lens out of the way. But let's keep it just straight up for the moment and look at the first deficiency. So in the absolutely up position, and I put it together as it's supposed to get together, and sticking out the objective as much as possible to the top, so gaining as much distance here as possible, you end up with about 86 millimeters distance between your UV filter, which is supplied, and you can screw off. I won't do that now. Look at the tear down video. 86 millimeters or 3.4 inches. And if you adjust that down, of course, you are able, get that out of the way, you are absolutely able to crush the lens into the ground. I won't do it. And really for my application, SMD soldering, uh, 3.5 inches, yeah, working space is meh. So I did something else. I clamped the objective with the 2 thumb screws. Yeah, there's one here and one in the back into the holding ring at the bottom. Yeah, there's enough meat here, enough metal material left to fix it at the bottom. And that gives you, yeah, a space here of 165 millimeters or 6.5 inch, which is okay for smaller work. Yeah, you can, you can go with a hand in here and not bump into the objective, and yeah, that's okay. With that said, let's look at some of the optical properties. So I adjusted the height to 103 millimeters. Yeah, that is 3 millimeters thick, and we will put that, yeah, on the bottom to do some measurements. So yeah, from the lens to the top here, exactly 100 millimeters or approximately 4 inch. So, and at that 100 millimeter distance, you have a field of view. Yeah, I have to fiddle around a little bit with that part of the display, but I'd say, yeah, 16 millimeters, that's 16 millimeters, or approximately 0.63 inches. And in height, yeah, let's say 5, yeah, almost 9 millimeters or 0.35 inches. So yeah, you notice something, 16 millimeters, 9 millimeters. It's a 16:9 LCD. And just for funsies, I turned it up as far as possible. So now we have a distance down here to down here of 162 millimeters. So I don't know, 6.4 inches. And then our field of view in width is, yeah, approximately 25 millimeters or an inch. Which is still not really big, but yeah. Anyway, let's continue with the focus distances that are actually possible with that thing. So the minimal focus distance is about 50 millimeters or 2 inches. And yeah, we're looking at the markings of that little ship here, down here. Okay, yeah, let's see what the maximum focus distance is. Yeah, sorry for the shake cam. You see our board right there. That's the maximum focus distance. Not quite, there's, yeah, still some room for improvement. And yeah, I didn't measure that exactly, but the board is over there, and it's yeah, 3.5 to 4 meters, so about 11.5 to 13 feet. That's really ridiculously long focus distance. One of the claims to fame of the AD407 is its 3D functionality, meaning it's supposed to have a really great depth of view. So you can actually move the board or move the optics without losing focus. And yeah, you see some lines here in the display. That's not what I'm actually seeing here. That's some interference between yeah, the LCD display and the camera chip and lens, I guess. But yeah, I'll be able to lift that up, say, I don't know, 8 millimeters, 10 millimeters, about a quarter of an inch before I lose focus. And that 3D stuff comes into play when you're using the tilt option or tilt functionality of the stand. So you're supposed to tilt that stand back and the whole optics and stuff out of the way. And if I tilt that, yeah, let's say about 45 degrees, maybe not quite. Yeah, I can still get everything into focus. Yeah, you have to believe me. But at 45 degrees, yeah, it's a little bit unstable. Let me do an exact 30 degrees, okay? Yeah, that's now tilted pretty much 30 degrees back, and yeah, admittedly, I mounted the whole thing a little bit higher than it's supposed to be mounted, and yeah, the stand gets a little bit, yeah, unstable. But let's have a look at the picture. Yeah, I have difficulties getting that somehow in front of the camera with the whole stand below it. And there are still these yeah, some lines here. Moire patterns. They're called Moire patterns. Thank you very much. Yeah, 30 degrees tilt. Yeah, that R27 is a wee bit out of focus, maybe. Yeah, let me try something. Okay, now now everything is out of focus. Okay, forget about that. Yeah, 30 degrees tilt, yeah, borderline workable. But yeah, that whole tilting thingy and 3D depth of view, I think it's more like a gimmick, especially with such a light, I wouldn't say flimsy, but very light stand. Yeah. I think I got rid of the Moyes in that position. Anyway, fast movements. Yeah, well, if you really, really concentrate on it, there is an, I wouldn't call it barely noticeable, but yeah, kind of a lag. Not annoying, yeah, if you go in here with yeah, with a soldering iron. And the lag actually here on the iPad, which I'm recording on with 30 hertz or so, the lag is much, much greater and discernible than looking at the LCD display itself. So lag for that price range, absolutely good. You have these two LED lights, yeah, on these flexible thingies, and yeah, they don't feel the greatest, but they are functional and they definitely provide enough light to your object that you are yeah, watching. I mean, these lenses, they need incredible amount of light, okay, and these are absolutely capable of providing them. And you can actually, with this, oops, dirty desk, you can change the light intensity in, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So eight levels. Yeah, level 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, in the 8 levels. And yeah, while we're at it, there is also an on-off switch here. And that's the only on-off switch that works. And with that, we all come to, yeah, handling and stuff. Just a little note on the stand. You see, I'm here really at the back, and imagine you have a board in here, and I'm up here, yeah, at my utmost position. Yeah, not recommended by the vendor, but that's my utmost position. And you see the center line is about, yeah, 65 millimeters. So if you have a board that is actually longer than 13, sorry, I'm in focus, not really, 13 centimeters, or let's say 5 inches, if your board is wider than that, you will have problems actually, yeah, soldering stuff on it. But yeah, an Euro size board is fitting under here, so that's okay too. So they provide you with a remote, so you won't have to touch these buttons here, because yeah, if you take a snapshot, for example, yeah, you get some vibration. That's not good, and especially with a really lightweight aluminum stand, yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, the dark side of the remote is, or of these buttons, they don't do much at all. Okay, so there's a power button here, which yeah, does nothing but bring up an annoying menu, which you can flip through, but that's it. There is absolutely no way to get out of that menu. And yeah, the power button here is not really a power button, but on this little cable switch is the power button. And yeah, boot up time is really good. Yeah, get the cable off the way. What's working here, I think the mode button. Which is switching through different modes. I have no idea. Photo mode, I guess. And yeah, you can play files from an SD card that's in. And yeah, video mode, I guess. You can activate the digital zoom. Come on. Yeah, it's displayed here. You can barely see it because of the dead part of the display, which has now gone completely black, which is not bad. Yeah, but you can have a digital zoom up to 3. And yeah, since that thing has a 4 megapixel CMOS sensor built in, this is really digital zoom times 3 lossless. Remember, the display only has a resolution of 800 by 480, so not even 800,000 pixels. So yeah, digital zoom, nice. I don't know what that okay stuff is. Yeah, oh, aha, I'm recording now something. Yeah, on the SD card, which is also nice. Can I stop that again? Yeah, I can stop that. And I guess with that you do a snapshot. And now that's all you can do here with these buttons. For the rest, you need the remote. So the remote from top to bottom, yeah, you can take a snapshot here if you want to. Okay, you have a menu. Okay, you really have to point it to the receiver, otherwise it won't work. Yeah, you can, in the first menu, you have some settings for come on. Yeah, you really have to point it. Resolution. Yeah, that's probably the resolution how it records on the micro SD card, which I put in the back. More on that later. Yeah, you can adjust the exposure. You can switch on and off audio recording. If you want a timestamp somewhere in the picture. Yeah, you have to point it. It's a little bit annoying. Time-lapse record, sharpness, freeze, contrast, color, the works. And you have a second menu with yeah, daytime setting, net setting. That's the coordinate net, which you can put in if you want to. I don't need that. Daytime setting, language, TV mode. Yeah, it has, I think, a micro HDMI adapter at the back if you want to connect another monitor. Frequency, yeah, picture, yeah, frequency 50 Hertz, 60 Hertz or something. Is it really that? Yeah, 50 Hertz, 60 Hertz. And the format, okay, that just formats the SD card. I don't want to do that. Default setting, back, and the version. Look at that. Okay, that's the menu. With these buttons here, you can say the mode, so widescreen or yeah, 4:3. And what else? Frozen. Yeah, you can freeze it. Who needs that? You can actuate the zoom with up, down. Come on. I say down again. Yeah, it's it works, but yeah, you really have to point it, and well, yeah, you can also adjust the brightness directly here on the remote, left, right. What else? Yeah, you can activate the cross line. You probably don't see it really, but yeah, there is now a cross line here. We saw there are several options in the menu for that. Yeah, 50, 60 Hertz is an explicit button here on the remote. Yeah, sharpness you can do on the remote, up and down. Doesn't really do much. I'm always unsure if it hits it. It doesn't. Yeah, lock, unlock files, contrast. Yeah, contrast. That's maybe useful in verse. Okay, when you have problems reading some text, yeah, some markings on your chips. That's quite nice. And yeah, that is black and white. Yeah, and that's it. And that button is not documented. That button again brings up that menu where you can't get out and have to do power cycle. But yeah, the boot time is okay. And now I will actually try to record some stuff and cut that into the video. And that concludes my, as always, quite detailed review of the Andonstar AD407. Of course, I got mixed feelings because I got that out of the box with a loose display, and now I have a black bar here. Meanwhile, it's really black, so the liquid crystals or whatever have really nicely distributed here. It's a sharp corner, so it's okay. Yeah, the optical qualities of that thing. So the optics and the sensor and yeah, lag time. So yeah, the core qualities are really okay for that price. No doubt about that, this is usable. The stand is lightweight aluminium, a wee bit flimsy, but usable. Yeah, it's not a great stand, okay, not for that price. It's below 200 bucks, the whole thing, including shipping. It's not a great stand, but it's usable. The electronics, buttons, the remote, it's, yeah, getting that thing to work, yeah, with a little bit more, it's a little bit fiddly, and yeah, with, I guess I can give it a pass, okay? You have all the options you need here. I mean, you certainly got the feeling that the software is not completely finished, yeah, especially with that mousetrap here. Mousetrap, getting into that funny menu, which you only get out, which does nothing, and you only get out by power cycling the thing. So yo, for 200 bucks or a little bit below 200 bucks, you know now what you are getting into. It's certainly one of the better Chinese digital microscopes on the market, and for you know, every once in a blue moon SMD work, it's absolutely okay. It's not a replacement for a 500 bucks M-scope, real optical scope, or yeah, if you want to record stuff, and let's say $1,000 trinocular M-scope with a real sensor, CMOS sensor and optical stack on the third ocular. Do you call it ocular? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, that's it for today. I guess when I publish that, Christmas is already over, and yeah, I hope you had Merry Christmas, and yeah, New Year is coming up, so Happy New Year. Bye.